There are many theatre groups in Israel set up by immigrants who play in languages such as Russian, Yiddish and Arabic. But only now is there an English theatre group in Israel. And Dani Faitelson and Daniella Crankshaw are here to tell us all about Israel's first and only professional English theatre. Dani's, lovely to have you.
Hi.
You've made it very easy for me. Dani 1 and Dani 2.
Dani squared.
Dani squared, exactly. So we'll start. Dani, tell us about the theatre company, how it got started.
Okay, so Center Stage started basically because we saw a need in the market, as you were saying, that there was a Russian theatre and a Yiddish theatre, but there wasn't any professional English-speaking theatre. And for us to come to Israel, that is our profession, we have nowhere to go. So for 20 years, we've been working with community theatres, but it obviously doesn't pay the rent. So we decided to pick up the torch and we built the very first professional English theatre in Israel. And we opened in November, and we had time to have 2 productions, which were sold out, which was amazing. And then COVID hit us.
Absolutely. And you say only November, but already now you're creating partnerships overseas in New York City.
Yeah, actually, so I was looking for opportunities to be involved in the English-speaking theater community here. So I called up a friend, David Winitsky, who runs the Jewish Plays Project out of New York City, and said, how can I be involved with your group over here in Israel? And he said, what group in Israel?
Right.
And I said, oh, would you like one? So thus started this partnership with Center Stage. We helped narrow down some plays in their playwriting competition and had this big live streamed event in June that we held at Center Stage. And it was the first time that Israel got to have a voice in this Jewish-themed playwriting competition.
Unbelievable. So everybody's now taking all the performances and putting them online. And because this created such a splash, we've got an exciting event that you're looking forward to this Sunday, right?
Yeah, so then Wayne Firestone from the American-Israel Friendship League reached out to us, and they have a weekly webinar in this time, and they wanted to do one on theater. So this Sunday, they are going to be featuring our clip from our event in June, and something else too.
Yeah, so they're also, we convinced them to also show what we did during Corona is we decided to also connect with our people because, you know, it's really difficult during this time, and we put on a 5-minute play. The first one was, we did in 2 weeks, was an instant success, but it was very, very small. The second one we did a month later, we had 80 submissions from across the world, literally, America, UK, New Zealand, Australia, Canada, everywhere. And we did 5 plays, and they were outstanding, and one of them was chosen to also be shown at this event.
Because of course COVID has taken actors and actresses and all performers off the stage, taken them through Zoom. But I suppose that's really important at this time. Tell us about, I suppose, the benefits that you've seen of being able to kind of bring this to the stage, or because of COVID-19, rather to the screen.
Well, I think that the screen will never replace the real live experience of theatre and the real connection between the audience and the actors. But I think it's a temporary solution. And as creators, I think we have to think very imaginatively and out of the box, and which is something we're very, very good at. So we find ways of doing this, and what we've done at Center Stage and what Dani's done, I think is very out of the box. And what's great as well for Israel is that this is the first time we've really been able to have these kind of relationships with America, because
in English,
right? Because we haven't had that before. So
wow. So you can represent Israel even as an English speaker.
Yeah, and also in this time, it's like, you know, we're in isolation, and it's hard for people of all ages and all walks of life, and so we can use the theater virtually to keep our community bonded together and connected and creative.
We're doing a very special thing, and very excited for you that you've been able to get some exposure. Dani and Dani, thank you for being with us here on ILTV.
Thank you so much.